Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. Now I have another algae farm. We can bring that one and we can dump it down there. So we will take that and we will copy it onto those three. I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to copy that one onto there. So we're not going to be using the hydro plant for a minute. The only recipe that we've got in here anyway is water purification. There isn't any other recipe. So we'll leave that one in there. We won't do anything else with it. And I will also have... Where did that water purifier go? There it is. It's up there. I will dump the water purifier down here and we will just leave it as it is. Then what I want to do is I want to come over this way. I would like to make a few underground pipes. So I want to go to you and there I got 10 underground pipes being made. So that I can set up a few more of these coming through here like this. You go that way and that way. I've got an underground pipe missing somewhere. I've got one underground pipe missing. I'm sure of it. Because they're supposed to be in pairs. Two there, two there. Where's there is definitely one missing somewhere. It's not on there. I thought it was on here somewhere, but no. There's two. We've got two here and there, and then we've got a pair. That one right there. That was the missing one. So we'll remove the other pipes like that, and then I've got these extra ones because that one needs to go up there like that. Now I can drop in the copper pipes into the middle like that. They've all extended out. I then want to get some power lines. I will put power line along the lower edge of this. Power lines up through there like that, and bring them... Actually, I want to bring that back a little bit, so we've got that one going right in the middle, because I want the power line in the middle, like that. And you here... See, that doesn't matter at all. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a belt. I'm just going to have one belt here running from these, and that's going to run back to there like that. It's going to go through here, it's going to go into there, and then that one is going to filter everything out. So the brown algae goes one way and the green algae goes the other way. I think it's just going to be the easier way to do it. And then I'll drop in one of these on each there like that, and we'll make a few more inserters as well. Yeah, lots more inserters. Okay, I've got a whole load of inserters being made. We've got a whole load of green algae and brown algae all being made as well, which in turn should go all the way up round and start filling up all of this lot. It'll go through that chest in there, and it'll run through this bit. It'll help make sure all the paper is still going and everything else is still running as well. There should be room to feed everything out of all of these. We've got 7 algae farms now. So hopefully we've got enough being produced. We need to... The crucial thing is that we've got enough brown algae being produced. We may not have enough brown algae being produced, in which case we'll have to go back to relying on the hydro plant to just sort of fill in the little bit extra that we're going to want to balance all of the equation. I think we've got enough. I'd be surprised if we haven't, to be honest. Because we're not using boatloads of power just yet. We are still... We've got plenty of power spare. And there's 25 green algae to 5 brown algae, which I think is a reasonable kind of ratio coming through. Just depend on this. I mean, what do we use for... There is an easy way to find out. If you go... No, I don't even need to do that, do I? Paper. I want to go to there, and I want to click on that one. 2.5 brown algae to 4 green algae. And the ratio that we're producing it is in here. We're producing it 5 to 1. And we're going to be using way more brown algae than we are green algae. So we're not producing enough brown algae. No, we're not producing enough green algae, are we? 2.5. For every 2.5 brown algae we produce, we use up 4 green. Now, actually, that is all right. That is all right. I'm hoping that will achieve a reasonable balance, so that we've got plenty of this coming through to keep the paper running, but we've also got plenty of green algae going through, which is going to produce plenty of cellulose, which in turn will feed out on the whole of the rest of the line all the way through to keep everything going up that way. Now, there is one other thing that I can do here, although this is a slight problem, is the speed that it's moving it along the belt here. That does slow things down a bit. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put that one in there like that. That will still load. But what I'll do with this one is I'll bring it along like this. And I will side load that into there. So that one's taking some and it's putting it into the chest. Ooh, that's a mistake. I don't want to side load that at all. The reason for having the chest was just so that I had a backup storage spot for getting a little bit of cellulose in. But now I don't actually want that. Though it doesn't matter here because that's loading it on the opposite side of the belt anyway. And then that's loading first. So whatever goes into the chest is going to be unloaded first. So it kind of makes the whole chest thing, like the whole chest is obsolete now. It was a bit of a buffer zone as well, but I need so much cellulose at the moment that I don't think we need a buffer zone either. I don't think that needs to come into it. So we'll haul that one out and we won't worry about it, and we will leave it as it is. I've got those still making. I've got the... All of these are manufacturing and doing what they're supposed to do. They're producing some brown algae, but I don't think that we're producing enough to keep up with the demand for the paper that I've got going over there. Which makes me think that we do want to convert one of these over into some other method of production. Now, I have got up this way... I don't know if I'm using all of the cellulose that is... I think I am. You know what? We want more. We want yet more. I need more algae farms. 1, 2, at least. I can put one in there. And I got room for another one over there. I think I may have room for 2. I'll put one down there, and we'll see about putting another one. I might do one of these as a brown algae farm, and then the other one we will do as yet another green algae farm, and we will keep the green algae flowing. While I wait for those, because they're going to take a little while to manufacture, we need to think about what else we want to do. We need to start moving some of this stuff around. I've run out of coal up here. So we will take coal and we will load up these machines once more. And get all of those flowing again. And then I will do the same over here. We will... Oops. Load those. Like that. Right, I went and oh, yeah. I accidentally went and picked the wrong item up there. We need to do that, and then I want to drop that back in there, and that can drop in there, and then I've got some crushed stone here that I want to get rid of. I'll deal with the crushed stone another time. I'm not going to deal with it for a minute. Actually, I can deal with crushed stone right here. I can put 200 of them in there, because we're not using them anywhere else, and I've got plenty of space in those chests. Just not using it up elsewhere. Well, we're going to need coal as a supply for our furnaces. That's sort of a given. And then we still need it for these until I've got the new line of manufacturing sorted out. I would like to be able to extend my manufacturing on here quite considerably. I also want to start automatically building electric mining drills. That's another thing that we need to get underway. I got so much stuff that I need to get going. Right. Let's start off with the basics then, shall we? We want to head back down over here, and I need to get that cellulose. The cellulose is coming up on that line, and it's coming down into here. That's where the cellulose stops. It's coming in here. Is that where the cellulose stops? It comes up onto there. Line comes out onto... Yes, that is where the cellulose stops. So the cellulose comes in on this side. So I need to be able to shift that out and add it to another line. And the best way I can see to do that is actually to go plonk there, and plonk another one down there. This one, we will put a filter on it. We will filter cellulose from this one. It's going to be, no, it's not brown algae, it is cellulose fiber is going to be filtered out of there. So we can just pick up the bits of copper that are lying on that belt, and then we go up this way like this, and this one's going to have to go straight in like this so that I can get it all the way through here. We will do some more underground belts, come all the way through like this. There, I can join those back together. So it's going to take a minute before we actually get any cellulose over here, but we do now have cellulose coming through. This is a very, very important moment. And then I need to get the cellulose coming out past there. So those bits of iron are going to go that way. And then I'm going to put an underground belt here and here like this. I'm going to join a belt in there, and that's going to go in sideways there. So that now I've got cellulose coming out and moving up here. The cellulose is coming in, and that's going to be moving down this line here like this, coming down to that point right there. You in here, you are going to be manufacturing motor blocks, which need cellulose fiber, and motor casings. So we've got the motor casings on here. We just need the other bits here. We need the cellulose to go into there. Then what I'm going to want is I'm going to want to be able to make motor 1 over here. That needs motor block, which comes straight from there. It also needs the gears, which needs the iron. So I've got the iron over there. I need to make gears, and then we need to have it all feeding together into another factory unit. I don't have any factory units here at the moment, so I've got to make some more. 5 and 10 like that. Let's make 10 of those. And you can come out, bring you along that way. So I need that iron to be transformed into, let's go into there. I need iron to be turned into gears. I need those gears right there, which needs iron rods. So iron gets turned into iron rods. In metallurgy casting, iron becomes iron rods in there. 2 iron plates becomes 1 iron rod, and those in turn then 1 iron rod becomes 2 gears. Now we've already got that system set up elsewhere, but we're going to set it up here again. So we're making the gear wheels. That's going to be relatively straightforward. And then those gears and the motor blocks that are coming from here, they then need to be put into another line. So we will make, I'll bring the iron back this way. Yeah, because the iron's coming off of that inside belt. I'm going to put you there. And I'm going to extend that iron up this way, like this. Should be. And there, look, I've got some cellulose fiber. It's made it all the way round our system. It's coming in there, it's coming down, and it will be able to be picked up by these and start manufacturing those motor casings. That is absolutely fan-schmastic. So the iron will come into here, and we will be able to start converting it over this side into the necessary different things that we want. We will do that. If you look at the crafting times on these, it is 2 seconds to craft one of those. 2 gear wheels takes 1.5, 2 gear wheels takes 1 second of crafting time. I think I only need 1 gear, so that makes half a second, and these, I think we just need 2 factories on here. I need 2 factories there to deal with that iron, which will become, which will make rods. They will feed directly into gears, and then the gears will feed out, and they will come down, and they will join the belt that comes out of this one. So I'm going to put a belt that will go from there, and it will go up this way. And we'll have some inserters. They come out like this. 1 on each line, and then we join these together like this, so that we've got a little loop on that lot, and we join them into there. Excellent. Right, so we've already got a little bit of cellulose is now finally wending its merry way. Look, you can see little bits of it coming all the way over. Some of it is going up through here and being picked up, but where most of it is going to be picked up is over this side. But that's actually splitting half and half up here. So I'm taking half of the cellulose down onto those copper cables, and the other half is heading up over this way. So we're using both of those bits of materials. The iron is still down here. And that's very much making and being turned into these, but that is very quickly sort of being used up. And the iron will start to speed up a little bit. And if we go all the way back over here, we've got a nice bit of cellulose coming out. Some of these are backing up a bit, because the belts just aren't moving fast enough. But that's where our new upgraded belts are going to start to come into things and drastically improve the situation all the way through. While we wait for more of those to make, we're going to go and take another walk. We're going to go all the way back over to the other side, and we're going to start putting out the rest of the algae farms, despite the fact that they are running a little bit slowly at the moment. So how are we doing with paper? This is the next thing, is how are we doing with our paper manufacturing? Right, we're slowing way down with the alginic acid production at the moment, which has impacted paper production ever so slightly, and we're using a lot of paper. So I think that one thing of brown algae is not going to hurt at all on here. I think that would actually be a pretty good idea, to have one thing of brown algae coming out. So let's go and get one farm out there, slightly offset from the rest of them. And we'll put another farm over here. And I do indeed have room for... Oh, no, I think that one over there is going to stop me from having room for one more. So we won't worry about that. No, what I can do here is I can simply put that one down there and put that one there. I can put you out. I can go there like that. I can put power, and then I can put a cable that will go... a belt that will run along here, and it will go sideways into there so that it does run through a filter. And that will take out the brown algae and the green algae on separate lines over here, which is great. Oh. The not so great bit is where it side loads on there. I need to side load it over here. So then it uses up both the belts. That's the only thing that I need on there. Just make sure that we are using up everything. And yeah, the rest of it is absolutely fine. It's a bit of a backlog to get through. I wonder what would be a slightly faster... You know, if I was to bring this over... If I was to bring this around over here and load it onto both sides of the belt, I'm gonna do a double loader on here. So I'll put it out like that there. And then what you do with the old double loader maneuver is you bring one up like that, over, down like that. That one goes that way. That one goes there, and goes there like that. And that basically takes it off of one side and loads it into both sides of the belt. Now, for the green, it's going to help things. For the brown, shouldn't really make too much difference. Shouldn't make too much difference for any of it, because it's just going on there and it's side loading anyway. But the green, it should help. It should help sort of squeeze it up onto this belt a little bit faster, which will make life a little bit easier for us, I think. And I don't know if I should change anything else. It's like the other stuff is still loading on the far side, which this one here loading on the far side. Alright, new plan. Yeah, I've got two of these loading on that side, and again, it would be easier if it was loaded on the near side. So I will make that load the near side. No. No, that's not going to... the reason that I was thinking about having it load the near side is... And even if I put it there, that's not going to make any difference either. Still loading on the same side. Right. No, it's just I thought that it might move it up a little bit faster, but these will take the near side, which means that those are going to go up there, and they're going to feed all of these anyway. You know, ignore me, don't worry about me. I'm just kind of muttering to myself about inconsequential nothings that make no difference in the grand scheme of things right here. So what I want to do there is I want to bring you out over to there like that, and then I want to do that down there so that I've got a clarifier that is clarifying the pure water that we're pulling off of here. Then I want to do a underground pipe all the way through here like this. That one's got to go back over to there like that so that it will fit. You will go to there, and then I can put a copper pipe in here like this, and I can run up this way, and I can put a copper pipe in there so that I got saline water that is running up through here. You're then going to start making algae in here, and we will put that one coming out. We will put power supply. We will bring a belt up. Now, the only thing with the brown algae coming out is that I do actually want to have that on a separate line, because I want to bring it all the way down over here, because I don't want that brown algae blocking anything else in my beautiful, beautiful, well thought out system here. So that is going to run all the way down over here, and it's going to side load down there. So that all of the other brown algae will take priority over the one thing of brown algae that is being produced over here. That, I'm hoping, will help everything. Right. If that makes sense to you, excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Could you please explain it to me as well? Because I'm not entirely sure I've got it all right. I think we're going to be all right. Everything now seems to be unloading. All of these seem to be unloading. We don't seem to have anything that is blocked up anywhere at all, so those are pushing through as rapidly as they possibly can. And now I have got masses of cellulose that are running all the way round the system and heading all the way over this side. So we are loading all of those up with cellulose, and we're loading everything up with cellulose over here as well. That's already loaded up and backing up the belt really, really quickly. So all I need to do now is I want to go one there and one there. And then we go one away and we do that and we do that. We go into here and we go into metallurgy there. We do the iron rods. So that one will copy into there. And then I go into this one. We go to Angel's Components and we do the gears. And we copy that one into there like that. And then I take inserters and I direct feed them all in like this. Okay, perfect, wonderful. I then take out feeds over here and I put a belt that will come down this way. And that belt will actually go back over here. I can always put another one of those in over this side if I need to. This here will turn round and come down that way. You will come over here. No, you won't. You will come over this way. And you will go... You can just do that. I need you to go there. Right, we will feed those in that way, and then you can run down here like this. Excellent. And then I can go into here, and I can take 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And I can have some more of the inserters, and we can put the inserters up through like that. And I can run down here. And then we go and we put motor 1 in there. And we copy those out. We take some more power poles. We put power poles in like this. Excellent. And now I've got everything all the way through. Everything is being manufactured. So all I've actually got to wait for... Well, one, I need to put a bit of power in here, which I've now done. And I'll put a couple of power lines down there. And I will also put a power line up there so that I've got a loop that runs round. We've got a little bit of extra redundancy on here just in case. The only thing that I need is a little bit of metal. There's 1 metal plate. There's 2, 3 metal plates coming out over this side now. Those are going to split up and they're going to go onto that bit so that we make a couple of iron gears. And then they can come down and they will go into the manufacturing of these casings down here. That's what I'd like to see. I just want to make sure that these are all going to work properly. So what do you need? You need 2 iron plates to make 1 of those. So the 1 iron plate, 3 is no good. We've got that one gone in. And then that's gone through and it's manufactured 2 gear wheels, which will come down into here. This takes 1 gear wheel and 1 block to make 1 motor. So we've got 2 motors have been manufactured right there from our 2 iron plates that came in. We'll just excitedly watch them wend their way down over here. That is busy making, and there we have our first motor block out on the production line, ready and raring to go. Excellent. Which means that we've now got motor blocks, electronics blocks, mechanical parts, and stone bricks that we can gather up together in one great big beautiful heap, and we can turn them all into the next production block, which is that one. And then we can go and take the production blocks, along with more mechanical parts, some red circuits, and some basic data cores, and we can make production data cores. So we're going to make all of those items as well. And this, the long inserters, means that we no longer need to have this kind of setup. We can simply put the production belts coming in on one side, and the other belts going out on the other side, which is going to make future... I'm not going to change that, but it will make the future lines a little bit easier to deal with. Now, the only other bit that we've got at the moment that is going to take these is that one right there, and that's going to allow more configuration options. So we'll start that research. But if you look in here now, you can see we've got these extra configuration options. Now, the next bit of research that we're doing allows configuration options for diagonals as well. So we'll have a diagonal option on these. I don't know if it does the extended diagonal option along with it. I think it might. What you will end up with is, I think they will extend out to a third range as well, although I'm not 100% sure on that. But there are more configuration options that we get later on, including the diagonals and the real there's all sorts of diagonals and extra bits and squares and so on that we will gain access to, that makes the configuration options on an inserter absolutely wonderful. So you think, if you've got the diagonal there, you can also put them here, which is like at a weird angle. So we can have it offloading from that point and unloading over to there, or down to there, or over to there, and a big square all the way around. So there's a lot of different places that you can have it loading and unloading to. So you can put an inserter like here, and you can have it move an item from this side to here, like literally one belt to another. That's 2 belts away from it, which is just amazing. The versatility of the extended inserters is quite phenomenal. And when you think about the game as a whole, Factorio as a whole, and what you're achieving, you're launching this rocket, it always seems strange to me that it's not in the base game, these extra configuration options for inserters. Why all this technology we've got, can our inserters only go from one side to the other? And that's always struck me as a little bit odd when you really sort of start to think about it. That is one sort of glaring inconsistency with the backstory of the whole game. But I do hope, you know, at some point that might actually be changed and it be integrated into the game itself. Never mind. At the moment, let's not worry about it. We've got them on this playthrough, so that's all that really matters. I need to get stone bricks, motors, mechanical parts, and electronic blocks all together in one place. Now, I have got, at the moment, those bits there and those bits there. I don't have the mechanical parts. They are not here. We have no mechanical parts whatsoever. We need to get these mechanical parts from Mechanical Part Construction Zone, which is right here, and I need to drag them all the way out. So the only way that we're going to be able to do that is we keep these mechanical parts manufacturing exactly as they are right now. They're a little bit slow, though. So the other thing that I would like to do is I want to change these around, and I want to have the faster machines building them. So that's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove that one. I'm going to... You are simply waiting for this. You know what? We'll just lift these up out of the way, and we won't worry about them. So you in there, you've got several, but I can actually pick that one up without having to worry about it either. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for. We will come back tomorrow, and we will carry on with the Bat Challenge, continue trying to make 1,000 of absolutely everything. But we'll also take a little short break and try to catch me a door flurp. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.